my video just got cut off. That never happens. I don't know. I don't know. But anyways, my heart is softening. And a butterfly, not a butterfly, but like a moth, like a baby moth, landed on me. And I had a dream a few weeks ago where a big butterfly landed on me. And I swatted it and I heard it. And I've been getting more comfortable around bugs. And I feel like that was spirit being like, you weren't ready then. Like, if we had given you a gift, you would have swatted at it because your defenses are up. But my heart is softening. And so it's interesting that these dreams are coming back around because I haven't had one of those dreams in a while. One of those like combat past life dreams. Almost so much so that I forgot about it. But yeah, I think that spirit's like, look at, and I've been having the past come up, but it's not really triggering me. And it's like your heart is softening. Even the fact that bug landed on me and I didn't swat at it. I've become I'm trying to be a lot more conscious of the fact that, we live, oh my God, and just yesterday, I didn't tell anyone about it, but in my head I was thinking about the fact that, in other countries that are considered impoverished, how they always go and they make those like poverty commercials for charities, and they're always filming in like some random town in one random African country, they won't tell us where, and they're always like closing up on like a black baby, and they're sitting on like the dirt ground, and there's like flies all over them, and they're like, this is the face of poverty. And I was thinking about my ancestors, and I was thinking about living with nature and how we can learn from nature, and I was thinking about the fact that we all feed into each other's ecosystems and each other's wellness. So how do we know that the fly being on that little baby isn't actually really good for their immune system? You know what I mean? And we see it as a sign of poverty because we're so disconnected from nature. But to them, it's just like how don't fish like live inside of whales and like clean their teeth or something like that. Like we all feed into each other and contribute to each other's health and wellness. But if you see nature as disgusting and gross and uncivilized, then you're going to see the way that nature takes care of you as uncivilized. And we've done that. That's what human beings have done. Some human beings have led the charge, and many of us have had to follow because we are a herd, and it's just kind of in our nature. But anyways, we've done that, and now look at where we are with climate change, right? So nature's like, oh, you wanted to call us disgusting and say that we don't contribute to your wellness? Well, now look, it's a lesson that we have to learn, a tough lesson, but we have to learn it. Anyways, I was thinking about that, and that was just yesterday. And so today, this bug landed on me, and even like when ants crawl on me, I don't feel like nervous anymore. And I didn't swat at it. I just looked at it, and I was like, oh, and then it just flew off. And I was just like, and I got to catch Queen's Cup's reading this morning. She wasn't doing a reading. She was just doing a PSA around scammers. And somebody in the comments was like, a butterfly landed on my nose and opened its wings and closed its wings. And then I think it flew off or something like that. And she's like, what does that mean? And Queen's Cup was just like, oh my God, that's so sweet. And like, transformation is right in front of your face. And I was just thinking like, what? That's me. Like, that just happened just now. It wasn't on my nose. And it didn't like do like this closed wings, open wings. Like, it wasn't like slow. It was just like a quick like land on me. I looked at it. I was like, oh. And then it just walked off. Flew off. And I wasn't scared. I wasn't nervous or anything. And this is interesting because thinking about like your body as a home space and thinking about my home life, I live in an apartment building, and as most apartment buildings do, especially when you're underfunded and they're not well maintained, because mostly people of color live there and mostly lower income people live there, we have pest control issues. And right now in my apartment, we're dealing with a roach infestation, and it's been really hard. It's a lot on your mental because it's difficult to have another life force in your space when you don't really want them there, and it causes you anxiety and it makes you feel unsafe and unclean, and it's a lot of triggers. But if there is one thing that the roaches have taught me, it's how to live with nature and with other creatures, and understand that they're not like inherently violent or inherently nasty, and they're not inherently trying to ruin my space. They're just living their life. They're just surviving. But when you're surviving and you are only in survival mode, it's hard to think about what you're doing in that space and whether that space is actually the best place for you and whether you need to be there and whether that's really your space to be in. You can't think of all these things when you're in survival mode. And so many of us are in survival mode, just like roaches. And they've lived so long because of their survival instincts and their ability to multiply. But, they could be living happier lives. And this also has to do with the fact that we're taking over so many of the natural spaces where they could probably live and building these apartments. And so they have to adapt, But if we're going to require creatures to adapt, we want to make, those adaptations be for the better, asking you to adapt to a better quality of life rather than to our low standard of living. So, I don't know, I'm really hopping all over the place. I was meaning to say, I don't know exactly what I was even going to say anymore, but I guess I just wanted to come and chit chat. I haven't done a walking vlog in a while. I'm walking back home now, but yeah, I'm excited. I'm going to go see my friends tonight. I haven't seen them in a few months, so I'm really excited. I just have a good energy today. Yeah, so I don't have anything else to say right now, so goodbye. Bye.